Have you been indecisive about something in your life? Do you face difficulties of moving forward? Or are you afraid of taking risk in your life? Then you are at the right place. You are having a fear. In this session, I'll show you how to overcome fear so that you can achieve whatever you want in your life. All of us at some point or the other in our lives have experienced fear, whether it is a fear of starting a new job, changing a career, or starting a new business. And fear is an obstacle for us, for our growth or for our success. The fear can be psychological and physical. When I say physical, it is like somebody standing in front of a railway track, train is moving at a faster speed, and he says that he is not fearful or he is not afraid. I am not talking about physical fear, I am talking about psychological fear in this session. Then, what is fear, by the way? It is nothing but a false evidence appearing real. It is not actually what it is. It is created in our mind. This false evidence is created in our mind and it appears real, and because of which we stop taking any action or we stop acting on the issues in hand. So it is better we overcome this particular fear. Psychological fear can stop you from pursuing your dreams, make you doubt your natural abilities, then prevent you from taking an important step in your life, and lastly affect you physically and mentally. To be successful in your life, you need to learn how to deal with fear. Without the ability to overcome fear, you won't be able to take the important steps in your life or necessary risk in order to succeed. Taking risk is essential to succeed. So we'll talk about it in our later stage. Let's go to the next slide. There are various types of psychological fear. Fear of public speaking, fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear of success, and there are many. Most of the time we are afraid to take actions because of fear of failure. What that means is that we are afraid that we will make mistakes. Most importantly, we are afraid being judged by our mistakes. For example, if I have to play the piano to myself, I'd feel no fear, but when I get out on stage and play a concert in front of a group of people, I get nervous and immediately I will show signs of anxiety and nervousness. My body will be stiff and I'll have an increased heart rate and clammy skin, or somebody call as a goosebumps. If you are a perfectionist by nature, you will be more conscious of making a mistake, and this comes from your fear that other people may judge your performance. Let's talk about what are the effects of fear in our life. Fear can affect your emotions and thus ability to succeed or decide. It can make you too anxious, too nervous, and inject feeling of self-doubt. These all things, if you are not able to decide, if you are feeling nervous, you are doubting yourself, these are all obstacles to succeed in your life. The responses to fear is varying from individual to individual. How much fear you experience differs from person to person. Every individual has her way of dealing with fear. Therefore, their assessment of a particular situation will be different. For example, if you are generally a pessimistic person or someone prone to be depressed, you may have experienced more fear in response to the current pandemic crisis. On the other hand, if you are an optimist, the fear of virus wouldn't have affected you as much. Now, what are the causes of fear? Unless and until I know the causes of fear, I will not be able to remove this fear. As I said, that fear is there in our mind. It is a false evidence appearing real. From where that fear has come? It is from the belief system that we have ingrained from our childhood, that mistakes and failures are bad. and we should avoid mistakes and failure, and we are afraid to take step forward. Then if we made a mistake, then people will look down on us. That is also not good. Because of that, we stop taking a forward step. We automatically assume that we will be rejected. If you fail, we assume ourselves that we will be rejected. Then fear and rejections will affect our self-worth. We are afraid to be judged by other people always. That's why we don't take positive steps towards improving our career growth. Therefore, you will more likely experience fear if you grow up with the mindset as a child where parents constantly criticized you for your mistakes. As an adult, any failure you encounter in your life will automatically produce a feeling of fear. In other words, you are conditioned to feel fear in response to failure. Yes, fear in response to failure, we are conditioned in our mind that failure is not good, failure is bad, we will be looked down, we will be judged. And because of that, we fear to take a step forward. How to escape from fear of failure? This is very important. Now we will talk about how we can remove fear from ourselves. Remove the belief system associated with fear and decondition yourself. Train your mind to accept mistakes and failure as they come. For example, if you are starting something new or taking risks in life, prepare your mind for the possibility of failure and accept it. We'll grow from our mistakes. There is no place for personal growth without them. Hope. Hope is always have a positive expectation. Hope will give you only positive expectation. Unlike fear, it will create a false evidence appearing real, which is in negative. Hope is the enemy of fear. Hope is a friend of success. Hope is a feeling of expectation and desire for a particular thing to happen. There should be a reason for the feeling. Hope have only positive expectations. For example, you are starting a new job and feeling nervous about it. You are questioning if you have what it takes to be successful as it is. You can shift your mindset and go for it with the hope that everything will be okay. The antidote to fear is hope. As I said, hope is the enemy of fear and hope is a friend of success. Hope is the enemy of fear. There is a constant clash between fear and hope. Always this fear and hope, they are clashing with each other. Shift your mindset from fear to hope always. But this simply that hope will not come that easily. It has to come along with that some actions. You have to act. When I say act, you have to be aggressive. You have to be consistent and you have to follow the timeliness. Whatever task assigned to you, you have to complete it in time. You have to always be consistent and aggressive. This action or this act requires some sort of speed. When I say speed, it is self-motivated. This motivation does not come from your seniors or your parents, your organization. All this seniors, parents, organization will create an environment for you to get motivated. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be happy with small success you get in your life. You have to be always positive thinking. You have to be optimistic always. Unlike when I talk about fear, you will be majorly pessimist. You have to keep yourself energized and engaged with the people and the system. Always act fast, and this will definitely help you to become decisive. Unlike fear, you will be indecisive. It is totally an antidote to fear. Then the formula for conquering fear is try. If you fail, learn from that failure. Adapt to the changes and again try, and surely you will succeed. Or sometimes it may happen you have tried and you have been successful. With that action and speed, it will help you to be successful as early as possible. Then trying will give you the real evidence. You have to try, and that try, when it will come, when you got a hope to succeed, then you have to try. That will give you a real evidence, not the fake evidence. It will give you a real evidence. You will experience yourself the difficulties, and you will find the ways to come out of it. The bottom line of total what I have talked so far is that all of us will have fear, and it's different for every person. I think you will agree. The root for fear can be stemmed from many causes, like from childhood, a failure, earlier failure, or failure, judgment by the people, or rejection by people. These are the various causes. To overcome this, you have to recognize and eliminate the causes of fear, and you have to act on it, pursue your dreams, and take necessary steps. Once you are out of fear and you have got hope, and you have been aggressive, consistent, and timeliness, this will help you to pursue your dreams and take necessary steps. Finally, above all, accept the risk and won't be afraid to fail. Failure will come. If you fail 8 times out of 10, no problem. Even that one success will change your career. Failure will help you to learn new things, and failure will teach you to be successful. That learn from that failure, adapt the changes, and definitely you will be successful. That's all. Happy learning. I hope you liked this session and enjoyed it. And this is my first video in this channel. Request you to subscribe, share, and like.